Hi, welcome back to my channel, Imagine by Adichie. I'm I'm Adichie. Before I even start to open this session, I want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart. I thank you for everyone who has, you know, hit that subscribe button and subscribe to my humble little page. I'm so glad to see 4,000 of you here. And I feel that you two are looking for this space just to come and hang out and chill sometimes. And I hope to provide this for you, and I hope to share, to share in this space, and we get to know each other. We get to know each other, not just you know me. And let's figure out how to walk on this earth, softer and kinder and with more love and more understanding. So thanks again for all of you guys joining. We're only gonna go up. What I really came to, talk about, because I've been wanting to do this post for quite a while, for maybe at least 4 or 5 days. I am convinced that I encounter angels on a daily basis. I am convinced that I am still here because of angels that encamp around me on a daily basis. I am 100% sure that they're there to comfort and that they're to fight these battles that I have not been able to fight with my mortal hands. Jah sent his angels to me and around me, and it's undeniable that they're there. So a lot of evenings I go and spend by a friend of mine. Not a lot of evenings. Some evenings for the past maybe a few months, maybe 1 or 2 a week or so. Go with my friend, have a brew, partake a little bit, if you know what I mean, and just relax, listen to some music, listen to some reggae, chill out, talk, complain, laugh, plant. As you know, those of you all who know me, or you'll get to know me, that I'm heavily into nature, heavily into plants. I got 2 on camera now, but I'll give you a little tour of my place one time, and you'll see what I'm talking about. But yeah, this time that I've been by my friends, it's this intense time of sharing that I enjoy. And when I always tell her that you are very good for my mental health. Thank you very much. I've learned to cultivate an attitude of gratitude, in a sense. I'm always grateful for things. I'm always grateful for when people spend time or spend their energy. But yeah, sometime last week, I met another friend of hers, and he came and we were all talking. She used to mention him all the time, and finally met him. And one of the things that he said to me, even before we started to really have proper conversation, he said, I can understand what you're going through. I didn't think I asked the question. I didn't think that. I don't know if it was written all over my face, but I didn't think I gave this person significant information at that point. I don't think he knew where I lived. But of course, he's more or less an elder from the area, so he knows his way around. And one of the things is that, look, I can understand what you're going through. And I thought to myself, as a writer, as a poet, as a designer, as an artist, all you're striving to do is to get people to understand. One of my mentors, God rest his soul, Leroy Clark, he's with the ancestors now. Pour a libation for him. Give thanks to him. He says, you have to be a pointer. That's your job. To point. To point to the truth. Point to understanding. And that's such a loaded word for me. I remember going to school as, maybe somewhere between the ages of 9 and 11. I had this teacher called Mrs. Henry. And she was maybe the strictest teacher I ever had, As a child, you're horribly afraid of her, But I always figured it was like this love. I can't say it's a love-hate relationship, When you're a child, you look at these things at one way, but then, when you grow up, you can appreciate who that person was. But I'm sure that she gave the air of somebody that you needed to impress all the time. Mrs. Henry was the person who you always wanted to try to make her happy. Although it's impossible. It's impossible, or it was impossible. Maybe as a collective, it was impossible. As a class collective, it was impossible. But his standards were so high that he always reached for it. Yeah. And which coincidentally had me thinking that, or remembering that the motto of my school at the time, and I'm literally talking primary school, I were little kids. The motto of the school was the best or nothing. Blow your mind, because what 8-year-old boy is thinking about the best or nothing? I don't think you have anything to compare it to, but basically it was, it was a Catholic school, and the Catholic ethos is that work and prayer is the same thing. Work and prayer is I don't say the same thing, but if I had to use a literary word, they'd be synonyms, So right now, I'm still inculcated with that, thinking that, when you're working, you're using your body, you're using your mind, you're using your intelligence, using all these gifts that you get from Jah to put into something to by using your hands, you're praising Jah for your hands. By walking, you're giving thanks to Jah for walking, giving thanks to Jah for your feet. Talk about all these things that when you don't use things, you lose it, and I've always tried to, as I said, cultivate an attitude of gratitude around me. I'm always grateful for things, and I'm always grateful for people. Always so grateful for people, especially now. I've not hidden where my mood has been. I've not hidden where my mind has been going. And I'm convinced that I'm still here because I'm being lifted up by angels on a very regular basis. This guy, I said we met there last week and we're talking, and there are things that he was saying to me that just hammered a little message, and it was like, stay bright. Stay bright. He said that a couple of times. Stay bright. always have sunshine when you open your door. That's such a weird thing to say, you know. But at the same time, it's something that I can imagine my grandmother saying, you know, or a neighbor. Yeah. I grew up in a village, so I wasn't far from these kinds of stories or this simplicity, you know, this simplicity. Stay bright. Always have sunshine when you open your door. Shockingly enough, I'll give you a tour, maybe at one point in time in my house, because I did paint my kitchen yellow because I figured that the first place you go in the morning, it should be welcoming and energizing and bright and, you know, a physical representation of your being, your heart, your soul pushing forward into the day, you know. It's just weird to have that thought of experiencing angels. You know, I've always felt that I've been in tune, or try to be in tune, or try to keep in tune with spiritual things, you know. And I'm very glad that my mind can still go there, and my mind can see pick up these patterns and things and people. And I'm sure, you know, there are a lot of things we spoke about, but you know, when you're in tune with people on a different level, you get to understand, you get to hear things that they say without actually saying the word, you know. And I remember that I was by my friend, again, back by my friend, you know. She had this book. There's this book. So she is proud of her heritage. She has Muslim heritage that she reveres, you know. And pulled open this book, the one in 2 years, and I just began to read it. And I want to share it with you, and I think I'll put up a picture of it also. I think I have a picture of it because I said, this will be something I can share because of how it touched me. And I'm going to also talk about how that links to something else that's kind of going on, you know, another kind of high text. I think this would be 3 or 45. At least that's if that's how I remember how they categorize it, how Muslims categorize it. I hope I'm getting it right. It says, "O Allah, I seek your forgiveness and your protection in this world and the next. O Allah, I seek your forgiveness and your protection in my religion, in my worldly affairs, in my family and my wealth. O Allah, conceal my secrets and preserve me from anguish." O Allah, guide me from what is in front of me and behind me, from my left and from my right, and from above me. I seek refuge in your greatness and from being struck down from beneath. Like, when you talk about complete prayers, you know, when you talk about a complete prayer, you know, they always say that the Our Father is a complete prayer. This to me feels like a complete prayer. I love the idea of always being repentant in everything you do, you know. It's so easy to slip into wrongness that you walk around with a sense of, I know what I'm doing. I know, you feel that thorn. You feel that conviction. I think that's the best way I could describe it. You feel the conviction, and you always want to feel that conviction. You always want to feel that conviction of you can do better and you can do more. And because of that grace that rests on you, because of that grace that rests on you, you realize that, the direction that your life can take, it's guided, or you feel guided, or you seek that level of guidance also, So I say all that to say that I feel that I have angels around me. And I encountered them again today. Like, we were all there today, just relaxing, having, coffee, having some jar, and just talking. And that space lifts my spirit so much, And then I began to hear Bob Marley. Three little birds on my doorstep. The whole thing is that I was going to sing and embarrass myself, but I'm not going to do that. And I started thinking that, okay, Ade, you're here in this space. You have 3 angels. Let's see if you could identify them. And obviously there was my friend and her friend. I very quickly started to say that here's what these are. These are 2 angels. And I started thinking that, where's the third one? Where's the third one? Where's the third bird? Where's the third bird trying to make sure that I'm all right? Where's the third bird that completes this mantra? The mantra, don't worry about a thing. Everything is going to be all right. Where's the third one? And then just came to me. Haile Emmanuel. The power of the Lord is with us. Another thing just to blow my mind a little bit, but I did that. I thought of that, and then I was like, I said, I need a psalm for this, Rastas love psalms. Psalms are lyrical and powerful in its own right, and maybe one evening I'll come and beat some psalms. But I remember this psalm, Psalm 91, 11. For he will command his angels concerning you to guard you in all your ways. On their hands they will bear you up, and you will strike your foot against a stone. To me, I feel like I just read the same thing in an Islamic text and in a biblical text. That's exactly what I felt there, On their hands they will bear you up, lest you strike your foot against a stone. That simply means that, or that makes me feel that, yeah, Jah send these angels to guard you and protect you and shield you and, shield your business, shield your things, shield your surroundings. Yeah. But then that line, least you strike your foot against a stone, is least you fuck up, at least you cause pain to yourself. I feel, which is so easy. I had one criteria for relationships. My criteria was or is I want to be with someone who will recognize when I need help and I can't help myself. Where I can't see that I need help. Because I've been in circumstances like that before, where I rather suffered than seek help. I guess with growth, those things kind of change, but this is how I feel. Least you strike your foot against a stone, least you fuck up your life. That's what they're there for. That brings a little bit of comfort sometimes. Sometimes all you could ask for is comfort. Or sometimes all you could expect. Or sometimes where you could hang your hat, where you could set an expectations, like comfort. You don't know what's going to happen tomorrow or the day after or the day after that. But comfort. I just got the idea that I'm going to review Three Little Birds by Bob Marley. Next video, I think it's about time that share some more music. Let's get into it and let's build a vibe. Let's talk about music and what we like about it, what we don't like. I love a lot of Bob Marley songs for different reasons, and I see these songs as prayers. You know what I mean? I see these songs as things that can lift you up to a higher plane. The songs that could make you contemplate forgiveness and contemplate your place in the world and contemplate your own soul and your spirit and your brother's soul and your brother's spirit. And I'm going to take a little deep dive into some of the songs. There are going to be some new reggae that I've been really itching to play. And I also buy records from time to time. I try to find things that I haven't heard before, So I'm going to do some reviews in a bit, and I'm still going to keep up with the meditations. I hope you all enjoy it. Let me know what you all like. I'll definitely keep up with the meditations and breath work, and share some more music. So that's it for me now tonight. Your boy here, Ras here, living life, trying to take it one step at a time, and trying to stay bright. Thanks for sticking around. If you made it this far through the video, thanks for sticking around. Hope it didn't bore you too much. Hope it didn't ramble on too much. But I'll get better at this, and at one point in time, I'll just have a very fast video where every time I talk, I just go and I say something else, and it turns out to like a 5-minute video with super fast cuts and clips and all this kind of thing. But that hasn't been me. I just want to spend this time here with you guys, and I want to get to know you, and hopefully you get to know me. Thank you again, you 4,000 amazing people who have, saved my life in one sense, because I just figured out that this is going to be such an uphill slug. Why even bother, nobody's going to want to be here, nobody's going to want to listen. But, thank you for being here. I hope to bring a lot of value to you, and share with a friend, or not, if you want to. But till my next video, I'm going to tell you what I want for myself. Till next video, stay bright and keep the light. Stay bright and keep the light, like that. Give thanks. Adichie out.